Welcome to MetroArts. I'm your host, Shayna Fields-Clark, and right here on MetroArts, we highlight some of the best in the business. From fine artists, photographers, performing artists, cinematographers, as well as musical artists, all from the Metro Detroit area. On today's show, we have dancer Tamar Davis, Detroit Film Theater curator Elliot Wilhelm, and rocker Steffanie Christi'an and her band FluxPhonic. MetroArts will now like to welcome dancer Tamar Davis to the Midtown studio. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm great. So I heard you go to Cass Tech. Currently are a
Junior.
I was going to say sophomore, but you're 16. So yeah, that would make it correct. So I told you I went to Renaissance.
Yeah.
I know.
Renaissance.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your involvement in school.
Well, like school, I'm in the performing arts program, and I take dance there also. And I'm also on the soccer team. I've been on the soccer team for 3 years since I was in the 9th grade.
Wow. Okay, so what about the Union Dance Team and the Motor City Dance Factory? Tell us a little bit about that.
The company Union at Motor City Dance Factory is the top group. We compete against older kids around our age, and win medals and trophies. Okay,
and what kind of dances do you guys do?
We do everything, ballet, tap, hip-hop, modern, lyrical, all the basic stuff, you know.
Okay. Are you guys good?
Yeah, we're great.
Okay. So, I heard that your mother played a major role in your dance. Tell us a little bit about that, because mothers usually, get out there.
Yeah. She doesn't force me, but sometimes when I don't want to dance, she tells me to dance anyway.
She supports you.
Yeah, she supports me.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so how long have you been dancing? Tell us a little bit of the little background history, how you got involved in that.
When I was younger, around my house, people would play music, and then I was inspired by Usher, so I would want to dance like him. And then when I got a little older, I would go in parking lots. People would turn on their headlights, and I would dance in front of their headlights. Basically, most of the time I was at church and they would do that.
Okay.
And then got into dance school, and I started off with Tap at Freedom Dance Expressions, and I auditioned for their company, and I made it, and then got promoted higher and higher to their top dance company. And then I started taking more classes at Deborah Stage Door.
Okay.
And then I auditioned for Motor City for their youngest company group, and I got promoted even more, and now I'm currently still at Motor City dancing.
Wow, great. Such a expanded out career at such a young age. Yeah. So, okay, you also met and you danced with the choreographer Lorianne Gibson. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was a hard-working class. She taught us a lot of things. I took hard work, dedication, and technique and applied it to my own dance moves and my own style.
Okay. Is she anything like we see on TV?
Yeah, she's just like that. That was nothing back.
Oh, we love her on TV. I love seeing her. Okay, so looking ahead, where do you see your future going into dance?
I see it taking me
next
to
Usher?
Well,
Justin Timberlake?
I will want to be up that high.
Okay. You can do it. Anything you put your mind to, you can do it, most definitely.
Right.
Okay, so what did you want people to gain from when they see you dance? What experience do you want them to take away?
I want them to take away the fact that I give it my all. I want them to see that and, to take that from me and apply it to their own things.
Okay. And then, people just besides your mom, how do your family support you on this?
They support me a lot, actually. My father does, my aunt does, my grandmother. They support me a lot.
Well, tomorrow we definitely look to see great things from you in the future.
Thank you.
Alrighty. And up next, Tamar will dance for us right here on MetroArts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Johnson, one of the associate producers from MetroArts. Thanking you for watching Detroit Public Television and MetroArts. It's a local program profiling raw talent in this area where we keep our own spirit alive. This season, we'll sit down with singer-songwriter Monica Blair, multimedia artist and dancer Nick Carmagno, and woodcarver artist Guy Budziak, just to name a few. So join us and meet some of the best artists that Detroit has to offer, and learn more at MetroArtsDetroit.com. MetroArts is produced in the Midtown studio at Wayne State University.
Our next guest is described in the Chicago Sun-Times by Pulitzer Prize-winning critic Roger Ebert as a brilliant programmer and critic. He was also nominated for 2 Emmys and was honored as Michigander of the Year in 1984 by the Detroit News. Please welcome Detroit Institute of Art curator Elliot Wilhelm. Hi, nice for you to join us here on MetroArts today.
Thank you, Shana. Great to be here.
Thank you. So can you tell us a little bit how you got started with Detroit Institute?
Well, I was always a film lover as a kid, and I loved going to the movies. And I actually, after I finished Wayne State University, I had a job as a broadcaster, newscaster, at a station that was not too far from the Detroit Institute of Arts, and I went over there frequently to the DIA to see exhibits and so on. And they had this beautiful theater that was not being used all that much. One of the things I talked to the powers that be about was perhaps using that theater again to show a lot of the foreign films, specialized kinds of independent films and documentaries that weren't necessarily showing in regular movie theaters at the time. And ultimately, it was actually 1973, the DIA got a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts to begin a film program there. I interviewed for the job, I got the job, and they said, if people keep coming to the films, you can stay here and keep the job. So it's 38 years later, 38 years later, and audiences have been coming, and that's a great thing.
So was it at Wayne State where you developed like your greatness for film and wanted to go into that field?
It helped, but before then, I would say it was probably around the age of 8 or 9 that I realized that I liked movies more than just about anything else. And I was in sort of a state of denial for a while about that. I was sure that I was going to go to medical school, and I had all kinds of, you know, grandiose plans for myself.
Things turned out different.
Yeah, what did I really like? I liked movies, and I liked taking friends to movies that I liked. And in a sense, what I'm doing now is doing that on a bigger scale, showing films that I think are terrific to large audiences here in Detroit, and it's been very rewarding.
Okay, and that's great. But you received recognition in Detroit for nationally the film industry, actually. Can you tell us a little bit about those accomplishments?
Well, the Detroit Film Theater has been recognized nationally in many ways. I actually did a book about the Detroit Film Theater and about hundreds of the foreign language films that we have shown at the Detroit Film Theater. It was published in 1998. And as you mentioned, we received an award from the Detroit News. We've gotten awards over the years of all kinds, but to me, the biggest accolade of them all is the fact that audiences have been so responsive. Recently, for example, just before the Academy Awards this year, we had a program of the Academy Award-nominated short films, which are difficult for people to see. One of the things we do is to provide a place for people to see movies that they ordinarily wouldn't be able to see. So it's 3 hours of shorts. And guess what? Over the 2 weekends we showed the program, we had 9,000 people come and buy tickets to see the films. And we were ahead of New York, we were ahead of Washington, we were ahead of Los Angeles. And it's, to me, I think it's a compliment to Detroiters to be able to say, you are the people who appreciate having this opportunity to see these films more than just about any other city in North America. So we're very lucky to have so many movie-hungry people here.
That's great. And what does it take to, like you say, hungry people going after those movies in the city of Detroit? How is it like creating films in the city of Detroit?
Well, the trick has always been to maintain the quality of the programming, and that's my responsibility. And when it goes well, people pat me on the back, and when they don't like something, I'm there to hear about it. So we don't promise that everybody is going to like everything every week, but what we do promise is that everything we show is worth a couple of hours of screen time. It's worth being in the public view. And just like every other department at the DIA, every other gallery, whether it's modern art, whether it's impressionist art, there are works on the wall. Some of them you're going to like, some of them you may not respond to, but they're all there for a reason. They're all important. and in their way, they all express the personalities of their creators. We try to do that with film too, so that every film we put on the screen was created with some kind of passionate vision, whether it be by an independent filmmaker on a very low budget, or a big Hollywood film that happens to be terrific and may have been overlooked by the public. And that's the kind of quality that we've attempted to maintain over the years, and I think that's the trick to keeping audiences coming back.
Okay. What is your most prominent film, you think?
Well, in 38 years, that's kind of hard to...
I would say just name a few.
That's kind of hard to say. But one film, for example, recently, that I was very excited that we were able to show was the Academy Award-nominated film, A Separation from Iran. This is a movie that probably wouldn't ordinarily play in a commercial movie theater, but it received enormous accolades. And I was happy that when I saw the film, which was about 6 months before it went into a commercial release, I responded to it in a very positive way. And again, thousands of people in the area came to see it. And a high-profile film like that does draw large audiences is great, but so is a wonderful movie that may only draw 80 people. And I have heard over the almost 4 decades that I've been doing this from people who've gone into film for a profession, people who've become directors, people who've become screenwriters, that they saw films when they were young at the Detroit Film Theater that influenced them and made them aware of the possibilities of motion pictures. That can happen with an audience of 1 as well as an audience of 9,000. So those are the kinds of stories that make us feel we're doing our job.
Okay, well, thank you, Elliot, for joining us here on MetroArts. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Shana, for inviting me.
And thank you guys for tuning in to MetroArts to see Elliot Wilhelm.
Hi, I'm Daniel Dumas, one of the associate producers for MetroArts. That means I'm partly responsible for gathering the artists that you enjoy each week here on our show. I just want to thank you for tuning in and also encourage you to find us on Facebook and Twitter and to support our show. We're working very hard to make sure we bring you a top quality show each week. Thank you, and remember to always support the artists in your community. MetroArts is produced in the Midtown studio at Wayne State University.
Be
Great job, you guys. Excellent, excellent. So, Steffanie, can you tell us a little bit about the song you just performed and with the group?
It's called Look at Me, and it's about finally finding the one, but then you love them so much that it starts to hurt.
Oh, okay, so we all had one of those, especially as females. So can you tell us a little bit about the group, about each person?
This is Chris Wilson. He plays rhythm guitar. Danny LaCours, bass. Sean Simister on drums, and Russ Dobson on lead guitar, and Steffanie Christi'an vocals.
Great, great, great. Okay, so you've performed, been starting performing like at the age of 15. 19, you went to New York, came back. Tell us a little bit about why and how that impacted you.
I was just very disappointed with what was going on in New York as far as my career. I was signed to Famous Music Publishing, and then once the publisher who signed me left, they kind of didn't know what to do with me because I was black and I sang rock and roll.
Okay.
And the producer that I was working with, things weren't working out with him either the way I wanted them to. So I came back, decided to regroup, and kind of just took a more do-it-yourself approach to what I was trying to do as far as musically.
Okay. So you've performed with some of the greats, like Kid Rock, Brit Michaels. How has that impacted your life?
Well, it kind of just solidifies that I'm on the right track, and
Absolutely.
this is what we're supposed to be doing. And it also inspires me to reach the same level, if not surpass them.
Mm-hmm. And how did you guys become a group?
Russ actually met Chris and Danny while he lives in Ann Arbor. I met Sean through a mutual friend who was working with the group that I sang backup with. Russ joined that band, and then we kind of just all pieced it together.
All one big happy family.
Absolutely.
So what's some upcoming projects that we can look forward to?
We're slowly but surely recording our album. And I will be performing in Black Women Rock March 17th at the Charles H. Wright Museum. And we're just trying to make some good music and let people hear it.
All right, well, we definitely look forward to seeing some more from you guys. And you guys are going to rock out one more time on MetroArts. Yes. So go ahead and take it away.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he don't miss me, 'cause when I'm gone I do my share of wrong. I can't help it, people think I be unlucky, but I won't lose. I hope he still wants me when I finally make it home. And he will forgive me for my sins and my tendency to roam. Not like I don't try, but so many cross my eye. Know you think I lost my mind. See what happens in due time. You're right and I'm all wrong for you. I know I'm not supposed to touch the baby, just asking for way too much. Asking for way too much. Believe me, next time you see me, I swear I'll be a different girl. Trust me, you'll see I can't stay this way for long. I got issues, not just with you, but with myself. I'm sure inside me, can't help it. At least I'm honest, but with myself, but not so much with you. It's not like I don't try. So many cross my eye, and I know you think I lost my mind. We'll see what happens in due time. You're right and I'm around for you. I know I'm not supposed to touch the baby, but that's getting way too much. Asking for way too
Hi, I'm Timothy Arica. You can see me and other artists when you watch MetroArts on Detroit Public Television.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's show. I'd like to thank our guests, Tamar Davis, Elliot Wilhelm, and FluxPhonic for joining us today. I'm your host on MetroArts, Shayna Fils Clark, reminding you to always support the arts in your community.